Meanwhile, today, Florida is surpassing 100,000 cases and more than 3,100 deaths from this virus. The number of daily confirmed cases has been on a steep incline there just in the past few weeks. The effect, especially pronounced on migrant farm workers who have to continue to go to work, putting themselves and thus their families and communities at risk. We go now to NBC News correspondent Kerry Sanders, who's been reporting on all of this. He is live in Immokalee, Florida. Kerry?
Well, we're in Immokalee, Florida, because this is sort of the center of where this problem has been developing, quite frankly, for weeks, and mostly under radar. The estimates are about 1 in 25 people here in Immokalee testing positive for coronavirus, and the crops have just been harvested. You can see some video that we have here of the efforts to clean the crops off the fields to get them off into the communities. But what happened is folks were doing this by and large without masks, without social distancing, and living in camps together. Nelly Rodriguez is here with us. She's going to chat with us in Spanish. We'll do a little bit of instant translation to sort of understand what's going on. So, first of all, why do you think that the government here in Florida paid no attention to you? ¿Por qué usted cree el gobierno de Florida no está mirando el problema aquí en tu comunidad?
Bueno, pensamos que es por la área donde
that it's because where we live. It's a very rural area where most of us are farm workers, and many people are people of color. For many years, this has been what has affected us, this inequality and kind of the disinterest by part of the government.
I'll ask her now about the question, which is, it took the Doctors Without Borders to get in here to initially help them. Are they now getting the help that they need? El grupo Médicos Sin Fronteras estaban aquí ayudándose y ahora el gobierno del estado está ayudándose. ¿Por qué pasó eso?
Well, at first it was something that we were asking the government for. We were asking for tests, for a field hospital, a place for people to go isolate. And we didn't get any immediate response from the authorities, from the government or the state. It was a disinterest.
Finally, because migrant workers generally follow the crops, and as I pointed out, most of the crops here have been harvested, much of this community may be asymptomatic, maybe have recovered and don't know whether they still have the virus to pass along, are moving north to Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. So the question is, while they felt ignored here by the health department, what message does she have to the governors, to the states up north? ¿Cuál mensaje usted tiene en este momento al gobierno de Georgia, South Carolina y North Carolina, ahora que están llegando los trabajadores que estaban aquí hasta allá?
That they see the example of how workers are affected here, what happened in Florida. It's very similar. This rural area is very similar to what's in Georgia. So that they see this example and that the authorities there are concerned themselves for the health of the workers, that the government goes out, the state or the Department of Health will go out to where workers are. As a community here, we had to look for our own resources in order to protect ourselves and to protect our health.
Okay. Gracias, Nelly. We thank her for taking the time. We appreciate the translator who's here in the field to help us do that instant translation. But if nothing else, it is a warning to a group that was basically off radar that is now, because of the migrant movements towards the crops, is one that other governments, she is suggesting, should pay close attention to rather than ignoring, because this coronavirus, as we all know, doesn't discriminate. It doesn't really matter in many cases even how old you are, and that's one of the underlying stories here in Florida. As we pass 100,000, the growing number of those who are younger coming up with positive tests. Average age now in Florida, 37. Ari?
Really striking. Kerry Sanders reporting from Florida and interviewing there Nelly Rodriguez. My thanks to both of you. Kerry was mentioning the youth angle. Well, we turn now to MSNBC medical contributor Dr. Kavita Patel. She's a primary care physician, a fellow at the Brookings Institute, and worked